Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Sam. I'd like to welcome you to my EyeClarity Podcast. This is a show that offers cutting-edge information on how to improve your vision and overall wellness through holistic methods. I so appreciate you spending part of your day with me. If you have questions, you can send them to hello@drsambyrne.com. Now, to the latest EyeClarity episode. Okay, I'm going to go through these questions, and the first question is from Adita, and she's asking about, again, the glasses, the color therapy, how long, 2 to 3 minutes in one setting. Vary the setting. You can do it at night. You can do it during the day. You can do it in direct light. You don't need LED lights. You actually could even do it in the dark. You could do it sitting out on your porch. So the light source doesn't matter. And so, with the LED light, maybe stay away from that. I don't think it's going to harm your vision if that's all the light you have and that's your light source. But natural light is the best. But some people I work with are so light sensitive, they actually have to do it with their eyes closed. And think of the eyelids like a window shade. We still get light into the eyes with the eyelids closed, but much less. So it's a way to control the light. But there's no fast and hard rules that you have to use a certain light source. And the one thing I would add is use the patch or use a covering. So one day you're maybe doing the right eye, the next day you're doing the left eye, and then maybe you're doing both eyes a third day. And, if somebody's asking, must you use all 10 pairs of glasses? Absolutely not. You can maybe lay them out and say, well, what colors do I like? What colors would I like to start with? And maybe work with those. And maybe the next day, pick a color that's challenging and work with that one. Wear that one. The colors you don't like mean you have a certain color allergy. You have a certain vibrational allergy that you're deflecting. So the thing is that by using both the colors you like and or the colors you don't like, it's going to make you more broadband. Okay. The wider you're able to take in all the colors, the better your vision is going to be. And again, use your intuition if you wish. This is not, again, obedience school. You must do this. You have to do that. These are just recommendations where if you do the rainbow method and you do it every day and you look at all the colors and learn from your consciousness, your awareness, what is this color showing me? That's the most important thing. Will the color therapy work if you're colorblind? Yes, it will work because you're dealing with frequencies, and even though you might not be able to see them, they're still going to come into your eyes and your body, and you're still going to get touched by the different frequencies. Can you use the MSM drops regularly for a long time, or should they just be used for a limited time to stop progression of cataracts? MSM can be used ongoing. It's a great proactive ingredient that moisturizes your eyes, lubricates your eyes. It helps support collagen health. And so you can use the MSM ongoing even after the cataracts are gone, because it's going to support your eyes to stay lubricated. That's really the most important thing. Next question. Somebody was talking about power versus force. Yes, there are a whole series of books that David Hawkins puts out, but power versus force is one book. So that would be the first one to start with. And then if you want to, you can get the series. The Rife machine, if you know somebody that's using it, definitely you could try it. Again, it's really great at organizing your energy. How many minutes for the glasses? About 2 to 3 minutes. So the red light box, yes, so we're getting questions about the red light. So first of all, with the red light, you need to do it with your eyes closed, and you need to sit at least 2 feet away from the box if you're working on your eyes. Now, in some cases, you can even put a covering over the eyes if it's too bright. It depends on the light box. You know, the red light 360, the one that I recommended, is pretty bright, and you don't need to get that close to it. And you're going to spend about 5 to 7 minutes every day with your face and your eyes and your body directed at the light. You can sit in front of the light. You can lie down on the floor and put the light in a position. We have people doing it that way. So about 2 feet away, eyes closed, 5 to 7 minutes. Definitely do it with eyes closed. All right. Mark is talking about, I have been strongly nearsighted since I was very young, and it is comforting to me that I can always see detail up close. I wore contact lenses for a while, but one reason I didn't like them was that I couldn't see at close distance. If one has cataract surgery, you strongly recommend going with a single focus IOL, but I can't help to feel that my brain will be confused and frustrated with not being able to see at close distance. All right, well, first of all, with the contact lens prescription you received, the reason why you couldn't read up close is because the doctor overcorrected you for distance. And when most eye doctors, what they do is they overcorrect you for distance, and then you lose your near vision. And one of the techniques that I learned many years ago was to slightly undercorrect somebody for distance. This is in the nearsighted. And by undercorrecting them, they actually could still read. And I have hundreds, maybe thousands of patients at this point where I've undercorrected them at distance slightly, but they're able to continue to read through the contact lenses. So the mistake was made because the contact lens that was prescribed was too strong for you. That's the problem. Now, if you're going to go for cataract surgery, what you need to tell your doctor is that you want him to give you the prescription that slightly undercorrects you for distance. So you still have a little bit of myopia. How much? Maybe -1/4, -1/2, -75, -1. I don't think I would do any more than -1. But the thing is that with the undercorrection, then what happens is you are able to continue to read. But if he tries to overcorrect you for distance, you're exactly right. You're going to lose your reading abilities. So you have to tell him that you want to be slightly undercorrected in the distance so that you want to be able to read up close. And your brain is going to like that. And I want to caution you about doing the monovision where he corrects one eye for distance and one eye for reading. That is going to confuse your brain. But if you get both eyes corrected for distance, slightly undercorrected, then you're good to go. All right, Deborah is asking a question about frequency-specific microcurrent. This is where they use an electrical stimulation with these small electrical probes in and around your eyes. And my experience with microcurrent is mixed. For some people, getting the microcurrent, getting the electricity into the eyes is what they need. They're not getting enough electrical charge. But I find with most people, because they're on computers and digital devices, the microcurrent actually creates too much electricity. You don't need more of it. So it's not really creating the balance or the results that you're looking for. So in the eyes, we've got the fluid and we've got the electrical. We've got both of those elements going on. And for most people, they have an underdeveloped fluid body and an overdeveloped electrical body. So the microstim is just going to give you more of the electricity that you don't need, whereas what you really need is more hydration in the eyes. That's the thing that's missing, and the microcurrent doesn't address that. So thank you. That's a really good question. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something from the EyeClarity Podcast show today. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to subscribe on iTunes or Spotify and leave a review. See you here next time.